Q4 is here, and today I'm going to show you how you can take the advantage of the biggest sales season of this year. And to help you out, I have a checklist that we normally follow at Ecomclips during the Q4. And here in the checklist, we cover 4 months: September, October, November, and December. And we have divided this every month in few sections like advertising and promotions, listing optimizations and market research, and then inventory planning and management. So along with that, we have some game plans, some tips, and everything that you need to stay ahead of your competitors and be profitable at Q4. So let's start. First, let's start with the September. On September, the first date that is important is September 12. And in September 12, we can see that deadline for prime big deal days inventory to arrive at FBA warehouse. It is already gone. So if you didn't send your inventory to FBA warehouse, then I feel really sorry for you. Okay, so I hope you send your inventory to the FBA warehouse for the prime big deal. And let's check out what we can do. Let me zoom it a bit here. Okay, advertising and promotions. So first thing, start testing campaigns for prime big deals 2 to 4 weeks before the event. So which is very important because you need to really test your campaigns. You need to know which actually works best for you and which doesn't. For example, if I give you a quick demonstration, here you can see that these are the campaigns, and here let me show you the spending a bit. So for example, here you can see that the ACOS is very high here, and here 251%, which is very high, that we cannot actually go with. We really need to work on this. So that's the way you need to analyze. You need to analyze your campaigns and reduce the cost where it is spending more, and optimize your campaign properly to get the best benefit. Now let's go back to our checklist. The next one, remind sellers about pricing and discount rules. Well, it's very important because you are the seller. You need to really know about the pricing, and if you're managing someone else's account, then also you need to know about the pricing and discount rules. For example, if I quickly give you an idea here, for example, let me show you here. So prime big deals guidelines. So if you look at these guidelines, you'll get to know how the price should be. What are the guidelines? For example, here you can see the prime exclusive discount price must be lower than the lowest price for the ASIN in first 30 days, which means if your product is priced at $100 in the last 30 days, then you need to give the discount, for example, at least 20% of the discount, which will be $80. So you cannot like increase your price, let's say from 100 to 110, and then you again give the discount. It will not work like this way. So you need to know that give the discount based on the last the lowest price in the last 30 days. Well, let's move on. And the next point that we have here is check past holiday search trends to find important keywords for ads. Again, so cross check your keywords. You have tools like Helium 10 and Jungle Scout. You can analyze data on the brand analytics. For example, if I show you here you can see that I'm in the variable, and if I give you an idea, let's say for this keyword here you can see the trend for the keyword on Amazon for the last 1 year, and here we can easily understand, like here is a kind of peak on the March and April, and this is the peak season in May and June, and then there is a bit of decline here. So this way you can analyze the data here. And if we check Google's data here you can see that the scenario is kind of same. So there is a peak in the around April, and then it goes like peak point at June. So this way you can analyze the data and you can understand, okay, when actually you are expecting more sales and stuff like that. Well, let's go back to our checklist, and here you can see use Google Ads to boost traffic to your Amazon listing. Again, this is very important because when you run Google Ads, it gives you external traffic to your Amazon listing. It helps in ranking your product. It helps in be competitive and stay ahead of the competitors. That's really important. And I would really suggest you to run Google Ads. Now, what's the game plan? So create a time series chart to analyze share of voice data for the last year's holiday season. So how can you do that? What's the share of voice or SOV? So to calculate your brand's share of voice on Amazon, divide the total number of products shown in the search result on Amazon by the number of products shown in the search of a particular brand. So that's how you can actually count your SOV. Now, the next thing, identify the gap based on the analysis of the previous years and improve it for this year. So you need to work on what worked earlier, like last year in 2023, what worked in the Q4 of 2023, and analyze this and try to utilize this in this year as well. This way you can actually stay ahead and you will avoid mistakes. And review brands ad performance, cross check what is working and what is not working, and then this way you can actually work on improving your performance. Now, there's a short tips for you. From the mid-September, start increasing your budget, and this way you can get more sales. You can get the attention of the early shoppers. So that's very important. The other thing that you can do obviously is doing a bit of listing optimization, doing some kind of market research, and then analyze this in your campaign and in your listing. And most importantly, run A/B test. So do A/B test for 4 to 6 weeks before the sales to see what works best and what doesn't. And this way you can be very accurate and you will know what actually you are doing and how can you actually convince your buyers. The other thing is the inventory planning. So here you need to cross check your inventory and make sure that you have enough stock. And the second thing that you need to do is to confirm which suppliers that the shipment will arrive by October 19, because this is the deadline for BFCM, I mean Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So before October 19, you need to make sure that your inventory reaches to the warehouse. And then break down inventory by demand to decide what to promote and what to clear out. It's another important point because all your inventory don't have the same amount of demand. So work on where you have the most demand and decide which one you need to promote much and which one you need to actually clear out within Q4 and planning for the next year. So do this forecasting, do this kind of research analysis properly. So here's a short tips for you. Use last year's sales data to forecast what you will need for from October to December and plan for Q4 deadlines. Now let's move on October. So here are the important dates. So October 8 to 9 is the estimated timing for the Prime Big Deal. And at October 15, peak season fees start for third-party sellers. October 19, deadline for BFCM, meaning Black Friday and Cyber Monday inventory to arrive at FBA. And October 31 is the Halloween. So these are the important dates. Now let's check out the important points. So for the advertising and promotions, increase ad bids for Prime Big Deals. So in Prime Day, make sure that you are increasing your bids to get the most sales and reach to more customers, because this is the time people actually will buy your product. Check pricing trends for Prime Days and other sales events. So it's important to know what pricing the products are selling most. So always check your competitors, see what pricing they are selling. Let me give you a quick example here. So here you can see that you can check the price for like last 1 year or all time, or like 30 days or 90 days, whatever. So let's select last 30 days, for example, and see if there is any changes in the price. So for example, for this product, I don't see any changes in the price. Yeah, there is a change from 269 to the decrease it to 199. So this way you can actually analyze the price of your competitors, and this way you can understand, okay, should you need to reduce your price or not. Okay, let's move back to our checklist. Start testing campaigns for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So you really need to check which campaigns work best for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and need to work on that. So you really need to again check the previous year's data, check what your competitors are doing. It's very important to keep an eye on them, what's the price and what the offers they're giving, and based on that you also need to give offers. Well, the game plan is very simple. See which competitors are doing well with your branded keywords and focus on that for your case. And the tips is review September's top performing keywords and adjust your budget for the best result. Yeah, and then moving forward, again, we really need to work on always listing optimization. For example, when there is a holiday season, you need to check out if any kind of holiday keywords that you can include in your entire listing, from backend keywords to the front-end keywords. Also, you can add some kind of images in your listing that focuses on some kind of sales. And also you can do, for example, sometimes people actually add brand stories based on the sales event. For example, in the Black Friday, they are actually or in the Halloween, they're actually like designing their entire brand story based on that event. So you can also do that. The game plan is research the top sellers and optimize listing based on what's trending. Then highlight your product's giftability to attract holiday shoppers. So if your product has any kind of gift ability, try to focus on that. Update your main image focusing on that. Update your videos and other images or your A+ contents based on that. So and market that properly to proper PPC on those keywords. And the inventory planning, here we have make a backup plan for FBA stockouts with FBA fulfillment options. And here's the tip is Amazon may limit inventory space in November and December, so secure extra storage early if needed. So you need to check like how many quantities you are selling, and based on your forecasting you need to send the proper inventory to the warehouse. Now let's move on November, and here we have some important dates. Like in November 28 is Thanksgiving, and 29 is Black Friday, in 30 is a small business Saturday, and from November 16 to actually December 2 is the Black Friday Cyber Monday sales event. So these are the important events. Now let's move on to advertising and promotions. So here we have increase ad bids and offer big discounts for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and then get expert tips on Amazon buying strategies. Target last minute shoppers with gift focused and pre-holiday delivery messaging. So these are very important things that you can do. The other thing is use advertising automation tools to improve campaign efficiency. Now there are some kind of advertising tools that you can actually take advantage of, that you can actually utilize, but at the same time having enough knowledge about running campaigns, about your ads, about your keywords, what will work and what will not, is very important. So that's why always adjust, always see what is working, increase the bids there, that which actually is not working, decrease the bids there. Utilize your negative keywords properly, utilize your automated keywords where actually you have better sales, and increase the budget for them. So make sure that you are stay ahead of your competitors by doing all the best practices possible. And the tip here is use past performance data to optimize your bids for key shopping days. And for the optimization and marketing research, we can utilize like last minute gift kind of messages in our listing or in any of our images. And the game plan is reach the top sellers and optimize listing based on what's trending. So always cross check your competitors. It's very important, and always cross check what's actually trending, and based on that make sure that you are actually utilizing it properly. And the tip here is check competitors pricing daily and adjust to stay competitive. Undercut just enough to win the buy box without hurting profits. That's very important. So you need to make sure that you are having buy box, you are competitive, and you are not hurting your profits. So always make sure that you are in the right price. And the inventory planning is check for overstock and plan December promos to clear it out. So in December we need to make sure that we are clear out our entire inventory, because we don't want to like have our inventory and like go with it in December, because this way it will actually hamper us, and we'll lose money. So we need to make sure that we are clear out our inventory within December. Start shipping 2025 inventory before the Chinese New Year. So we need to make sure of that as well. Watch inventory level closely and adjust as to avoid running out of bestsellers or pushing overstock. And in the tip section, we have watch inventory levels closely and adjust as to avoid running out of bestsellers or pushing overstock. Now, December, the main month. So the important dates are Cyber Monday in the 2nd December, and from December 26th to January 1st is Kwanzaa, and December 25 to January 1 is the Hanukkah, and December 25 is Christmas, the big sale season, and December 31st is the last shipping date for products that will qualify for Amazon extended holiday return window, and which is the 31st of January. Now in the advertising and promotion section, we have run promotions to clear out leftover holiday stocks. Make sure you're running proper advertising and you're giving proper promotion to clear out your inventory, because if you have the inventory, you will lose money, because that will be tougher for you to because after December people will not buy that much, so there will be like a slow season that time for most of the items. So make sure that you are clear out your inventory. And the game plan here is track sales and key metrics, analyze your holiday performance, and prep for the next year. So this is the time for you to prepare properly for the next year. So make sure whatever you have learned throughout this year, and you are actually going to apply it in the next year to get the maximum out of this. And the tips here is launch retargeting campaigns to reach people who browsed but didn't buy in November. So that's very important. Let me show you. Here you can see that in the brand analytics section, there are insights and recommendations. Here you can see that we can create promotions for the cart abandoners, meaning who actually added the product in the cart and then abandoned and didn't buy the product, and send your potential new customers the promotions. And here are the promotions that you can actually create. And apart from this, we can also create promotions for those who actually who visited us but didn't actually buy from us. So we can retarget them, and we can actually because this way you can actually because those person who actually show interest in our product, if you properly show the products to them and advertise to them, then there's obviously a chance to sell the product to them. So that's why it's very important to retarget the customers. Now, next is the listing optimization and marketing research. Here, use real-time data to tweak underperforming listings. So cross-check why actually the listing didn't work for those underperforming listing. You need to really work on based on the data that you have. And the game plan is research the top sellers and optimize listing based on what's trending. Tip here is, after the holiday rush, shift focus to New Year's resolutions, self-care, or winter items to keep the sales rolling. So make sure that you have proper plan for 2025 New Year. And the inventory planning is planned for returns and restocks for the new year. And so plan that if there is any kind of return and what you need to restock in the new year. And there is a tip that you can actually bundle your slow moving items and sell it with a popular item that has a good demand, and this way you can actually clear out your slow moving inventory. So I think you got the idea. So this is a checklist that you can actually follow, and if you need it, just let us know in the comment or email us at info@ecomclips.com, and make sure that you are following this what actually we have mentioned here and getting best out of this Q4. And if you have any questions or queries, let us know in the comment box, and would really love to help you solve any of the queries or problems you have. Here we are Ecomclips, and we have a tons of video on YouTube. We have tons of contents on our website. Please go check this out, and if you have any kind of problems, always reach out to us. We actually want to be the most seller-centric company in the world, because Amazon is not the friends of sellers. We really want to help the sellers so that they can sell better on Amazon. So I hope that you will have a great, wonderful Q4. And still, for any help, let us know. And if you like this video, give a thumbs up and let us know in the comment. Thank you. Goodbye.